What if I told you that there are profound secrets, hidden truths, that only the wise truly understand? Secrets so transformative that, when embraced, they can reshape the way you live, think, and perceive the world. At the heart of these secrets lies the power of silence, often overlooked and undervalued in our noisy, fast-paced world. Silence holds immense potential to shape our spiritual journey and protect the peace within our souls. It is more than the absence of sound. It is a sanctuary of mindfulness and the foundation of wisdom. Buddhist philosophy teaches that silence is not merely a passive state, but an active practice, one that connects us to the deeper truths of existence. It is in silence that the mind finds clarity, the heart finds peace, and the spirit finds strength. In the Dhammapada, the Buddha says, "The wise are controlled in speech, their minds are serene, and their actions are peaceful." This highlights the idea that silence is not just about withholding words, but about cultivating a state of inner harmony that reflects outwardly. In Buddhism, silence is a teacher. It invites us to listen, not just to the world around us, but to the subtle whispers of our own hearts and minds. In the stillness, we learn to observe our thoughts, understand our emotions, and transcend the distractions that cloud our vision. Silence reveals the impermanence of our worries and the interconnectedness of all things, grounding us in the present moment where true enlightenment resides. The Buddha himself often demonstrated the power of silence. When confronted with questions that were irrelevant to the path of liberation or rooted in speculation, he chose not to answer. This noble silence was not an evasion but a profound teaching, showing that not all questions deserve answers and not all words bring clarity. His silence was an act of wisdom, reminding us to focus on what truly matters and to let go of what does not. Silence is also a form of compassion. By choosing our words carefully or refraining from speech altogether, we prevent harm to ourselves and others. The principle of right speech in the Noble Eightfold Path teaches us to speak only when our words are truthful, kind, and beneficial. When these conditions are not met, silence becomes a shield, protecting relationships and fostering understanding. As the saying goes, silence is golden, especially when it preserves harmony and nurtures growth. Moreover, silence is a gateway to self-discovery. In the quiet moments of meditation, we confront our innermost selves without distraction. We come face to face with our fears, desires, and aspirations. This self-awareness is essential for spiritual growth, as it allows us to address the root causes of suffering and cultivate a life of compassion and mindfulness. Through silence, we also learn the value of patience. In a world that often demands immediate responses and quick fixes, silence teaches us to pause, reflect, and respond thoughtfully. This deliberate restraint fosters resilience and wisdom, enabling us to navigate challenges with grace. The Buddha said, "Better than 1,000 useless words is one single word that brings peace." This profound teaching reminds us that what we say and what we choose not to say shapes the reality we create for ourselves and others. In this document, we will explore the principles of Buddhist philosophy and the art of maintaining inner silence as a pathway to enlightenment. We will uncover how silence can serve as a shield against negativity, a tool for mindfulness, and a bridge to deeper spiritual understanding. By embracing the wisdom of silence, we open ourselves to a life of greater peace, clarity, and purpose. Let us embark on this journey together, discovering the transformative power of silence and the timeless teachings of Buddhism that guide us toward a more enlightened way of living. The power of silence. Silence is not merely the absence of words or sound. It is a profound expression of inner strength, wisdom, and self-awareness. In a world filled with constant chatter, where noise often drowns out meaningful reflection, silence emerges as a powerful antidote. Choosing to remain silent is not a sign of weakness or passivity. Rather, it is a reflection of emotional mastery, self-discipline, and a strategic approach to life's complexities. Through silence, we unlock deeper insights into ourselves, others, and the nature of existence itself. In Buddhist philosophy, silence is revered as a sacred tool for cultivating mindfulness and spiritual growth. It allows us to detach from the distractions of the external world and tune into the subtle wisdom of our inner being. The Buddha often taught that silence is not simply about refraining from speech, but about consciously deciding when and how to engage with the world. As he said in the Dhammapada, "The wise are restrained in speech, their minds are serene, and their actions are peaceful." Mystery protects. One of the greatest powers of silence lies in its ability to protect. By maintaining silence, we shield our plans, dreams, and vulnerabilities from unnecessary exposure. Like a fragile seed planted in fertile soil, our aspirations need time and the right conditions to grow. Prematurely revealing our goals can invite doubt, criticism, and even envy from others, which may hinder their fruition. Silence, therefore, becomes a protective cloak that nurtures our dreams while keeping external interference at bay. The wisdom of mystery teaches us that not every thought needs to be voiced, not every intention needs to be disclosed, and not every achievement needs to be celebrated openly. Silence adds depth and layers to our character, making us less predictable and more resilient. It aligns with the Buddhist teaching of upaya, skillful means, where discernment is applied to ensure that our actions, including speech, serve a greater purpose. Self-control. Practicing silence is one of the highest forms of self-control. It ensures clarity by creating space between our thoughts and actions, allowing us to respond rather than react. In moments of emotional turmoil or conflict, silence provides an opportunity to pause, reflect, and choose words that are thoughtful and constructive. Buddhist teachings emphasize the importance of cultivating patience and discernment through silence. The Noble Eightfold Path, particularly the principle of right speech, reminds us that our words should be truthful, kind, and necessary. When these conditions are not met, silence becomes the wisest choice. By remaining silent, we gain control over our emotions and avoid the pitfalls of impulsive reactions, gossip, or harmful speech. In meditation, silence is a cornerstone of practice. It allows the mind to settle, revealing its natural clarity and stillness. The act of observing silence in meditation is not just about external quiet, but about cultivating an inner silence where the mind becomes free from restlessness and distraction. This state of calm awareness empowers us to see things as they truly are and act with greater wisdom and compassion. Mindful actions, like monks in deep meditation, silence enables us to focus on what truly matters. It sharpens our ability to discern between meaningful actions and unnecessary distractions that can deter personal or spiritual growth. In a society driven by constant activity, the choice to remain silent and still is a radical act of mindfulness. Buddhist philosophy teaches that mindful silence is a pathway to liberation. It is through silence that we become aware of the impermanence of our thoughts, emotions, and experiences. This awareness allows us to engage with life in a way that is intentional and aligned with our values. Silence becomes a tool for grounding ourselves in the present moment, where true growth and transformation occur. Lessons from Buddhist philosophy. Buddhism teaches that not all insights, revelations, or experiences are meant for immediate sharing. Just as seeds require time to germinate and grow before bearing fruit, our ideas, dreams, and spiritual encounters need careful nurturing and the right conditions to flourish. Sharing them prematurely can lead to misunderstanding, criticism, or even their demise. Dreams as seeds. Our aspirations are like seeds, fragile and full of potential. Just as a farmer protects seeds during their early stages of growth, we must guard our dreams until they are strong enough to withstand external forces. In Buddhism, the concept of virya, effort, reminds us that achieving our goals requires patience, persistence, and wise action. The Buddha often emphasized the importance of discernment in sharing personal aspirations. By keeping our dreams private until they are well-formed and stable, we prevent external opinions or doubts from influencing our journey. This practice is a form of self-respect, as it prioritizes the integrity of our vision over the fleeting validation of others. Protect your relationships. Buddhism places great importance on harmony within relationships. Protecting our personal and familial matters from unnecessary public scrutiny is an act of compassion and wisdom. The Buddha taught that relationships thrive when built on trust, respect, and understanding. Oversharing personal issues, especially those involving loved ones, can disrupt this balance and invite judgment or conflict. Guarding the sanctity of our relationships aligns with the Buddhist practice of ahimsa, non-harm. By refraining from exposing our loved ones to criticism or gossip, we create a safe and nurturing environment where they can grow and thrive. Celebrate modestly. Early successes, like tender shoots, are fragile and require care. Celebrating them too openly or prematurely can expose them to envy, skepticism, or unnecessary pressure. Buddhist philosophy teaches the value of humility and patience in moments of achievement. The principle of upekkha, equanimity, reminds us to maintain balance and composure, even in times of joy. Instead of seeking external validation, we are encouraged to cultivate gratitude and focus on the deeper significance of our successes. By allowing our achievements to mature and speak for themselves, we ensure their lasting impact and authenticity. Respect spiritual experiences. Profound spiritual encounters, be they visions, insights, or moments of divine connection, are sacred and often meant to remain private. The Buddha himself refrained from sharing certain mystical experiences, recognizing that their depth could not be fully conveyed through words. In Buddhism, such experiences are seen as opportunities for personal growth and reflection. Sharing them with discernment ensures that their sanctity is preserved and that they are received with the respect they deserve. This practice aligns with the Buddhist teaching of samadhi, concentration, which emphasizes the importance of inner focus and mindfulness in spiritual development. By embracing the power of silence and the lessons of Buddhist philosophy, we can navigate life with greater wisdom, compassion, and resilience. Silence is not an absence but a presence, an active state of mindfulness that connects us to the deeper truths of existence. Through silence, we protect our peace, nurture our dreams, and align ourselves with the path of enlightenment. Buddhist principles applied to life. Buddhist philosophy offers timeless guidance on how to navigate life with mindfulness, wisdom, and compassion. These principles, rooted in the teachings of the Buddha, remind us of the importance of self-awareness, restraint, and the sanctity of our inner and outer worlds. When applied to everyday life, they provide a framework for safeguarding our peace, nurturing our aspirations, and building harmonious relationships. Guard your future. Your dreams and plans are like delicate seedlings, full of potential but vulnerable to the elements. In Buddhism, the future is not something to be taken lightly or handled recklessly. The Buddha's teachings encourage us to act with awareness, to tread the path of life mindfully, avoiding impulsive actions or premature declarations. This wisdom is beautifully encapsulated in the teaching. Master your words, master your thoughts, and never let others pollute your peace. When we speak too quickly about our goals or ambitions, we expose them to external influences that may disrupt their natural growth. Criticism, envy, or unsolicited advice can cloud our vision, making us doubt our path. By guarding our future, we create a safe, nurturing environment for our dreams to flourish. The Buddha's approach to life emphasizes the importance of intention and timing. Not all plans are ready to be shared, and not every revelation needs to be voiced. Acting with mindfulness means recognizing when the time is right to share our aspirations and when silence serves us better. It is through this discernment that we protect the purity of our intentions and the strength of our resolve. Buddhism also teaches the concept of virya, right effort, which reminds us that achieving our dreams requires persistence, patience, and wise action. Guarding our future is not about withholding, but about honoring the process of growth. By focusing on the present moment and nurturing our goals with care, we ensure that they mature into something meaningful and lasting. Inner circle protection. In Buddhism, the Sangha, or spiritual community, is a cornerstone of practice. It represents a circle of trust, support, and shared values. However, not all aspects of our lives are meant to be shared with even our closest community. The Buddha's teachings remind us of the importance of maintaining privacy and discretion, especially when it comes to personal struggles or family matters. Just as the Sangha is sacred, so too is the unity of a family or close-knit group. Certain challenges, such as disagreements, vulnerabilities, or intimate matters, are best resolved privately rather than exposed to public scrutiny. Oversharing can invite judgment, misunderstanding, or unnecessary interference, which can disrupt harmony and trust. The Buddha often emphasized the importance of ahimsa, non-harm, in relationships. By keeping certain matters within our inner circle, we prevent harm that may arise from gossip, criticism, or misinterpretation. This practice fosters a safe and nurturing environment where individuals can grow and heal without the pressure of external opinions. Moreover, protecting our inner circle is an act of compassion. It allows us to honor the dignity and privacy of our loved ones, showing respect for their experiences and struggles. The Buddha's teachings on right speech remind us to speak in ways that uplift and support, and sometimes this means choosing not to speak at all. In moments of difficulty, seeking guidance from trusted mentors or spiritually mature individuals can be beneficial. However, even in these cases, discretion is key. Sharing only what is necessary and relevant ensures that the sanctity of your relationships remains intact. Buddhist principles teach us that true strength lies in the ability to maintain balance and harmony within ourselves and our communities. By guarding our future and protecting our inner circle, we create a life rooted in mindfulness, compassion, and resilience, a life that aligns with the path of enlightenment, spiritual encounters, and divine silence. Moments of spiritual awakening are among the most profound and transformative experiences a person can have. Whether they come in the form of deep meditative insights, visions of clarity, realizations of universal truths, or an overwhelming sense of interconnectedness, these experiences are deeply personal and sacred. They touch the very core of our being, offering glimpses into the boundless nature of existence and the profound beauty of truth. In Buddhist philosophy, such encounters are not seen as trophies to be displayed or stories to be recounted for the sake of validation. Instead, they are considered precious jewels, meant to be cherished in the quiet sanctuary of our hearts. The Buddha often emphasized the impermanence and ineffability of these moments, cautioning against attempts to reduce them to mere words. As he wisely taught, words do not capture the essence of truth. It is in the silence that the heart finds enlightenment, the impermanence of words. Buddhist teachings highlight the limitations of language when it comes to expressing ultimate truths. Words are bound by concepts and dualities, while the experiences of awakening transcend these boundaries. In trying to encapsulate the infinite within the finite, much is inevitably lost. This is why the Buddha himself often resorted to noble silence when asked speculative questions about the nature of the universe or the afterlife. His silence was not avoidance, but a profound teaching, an acknowledgement that some truths are best understood through direct experience rather than intellectual explanation. This wisdom urges us to honor the sacredness of our spiritual encounters. Rather than diluting their power by attempting to explain them, we are encouraged to sit with them, allowing their lessons to permeate our being. In doing so, we deepen our understanding and integrate these experiences into our lives with authenticity and grace. The sacred space of silence. In Buddhism, silence is not an absence but a presence, a sacred space where the mind becomes quiet enough to hear the whispers of truth. Spiritual encounters often arise in the stillness, untainted by the noise of daily life or the distractions of the mind. These moments are invitations to dwell in the present, to fully embrace the experience without judgment or analysis. The Buddha's teachings on samadhi, concentration, emphasize the importance of cultivating inner silence to access these states of clarity and insight. It is in this silence that we connect with the deeper layers of existence, experiencing a unity that words cannot describe. This practice of divine silence teaches us that the most profound truths are not meant to be spoken, but lived. Guarding the sanctity of spiritual encounters. Buddhist philosophy also underscores the importance of discretion when it comes to sharing spiritual experiences. While there may be moments when sharing can inspire or guide others, these instances require careful discernment. Not everyone is prepared to understand or respect the depth of such encounters, and premature sharing can lead to misunderstanding, doubt, or even trivialization. Like a delicate flower, spiritual insights need the right environment to bloom. The Buddha often advises disciples to nurture their realizations privately, allowing them to grow strong before sharing them with the world. This aligns with the principle of upekkha, equanimity, which teaches us to approach life's experiences with balance and wisdom. The practice of reverence. To honor spiritual encounters is to treat them with reverence. This involves not only protecting them from external interference, but also integrating their lessons into our daily lives. By doing so, we ensure that these moments of awakening become stepping stones on our journey toward enlightenment. The Buddha's life is filled with examples of this practice. After attaining enlightenment, he spent weeks in deep silence, contemplating the truth he had realized. His decision to speak only when necessary and for the benefit of others is a testament to the power and wisdom of divine silence. Moments of spiritual awakening are gifts, offering us a glimpse of the infinite within the finite. Buddhist philosophy reminds us to cherish these experiences, honoring their depth through silence and mindful integration. As the Buddha taught, true understanding transcends words. It is found in the stillness of the heart and the quiet radiance of presence. By embracing divine silence, we allow the transformative power of these encounters to guide us toward greater peace, wisdom, and enlightenment. Key takeaways. The teachings of Buddhism offer timeless guidance for navigating life with mindfulness, wisdom, and compassion. By integrating these principles into our daily lives, we can cultivate inner peace, protect the sanctity of our spiritual journey, and build harmonious relationships. Here are some key takeaways from these profound teachings. Value the sacred. Not all knowledge is meant for everyone. In Buddhist philosophy, the sanctity of wisdom lies in its discernment. The Buddha taught that certain truths and experiences are too profound to be diluted by premature sharing. Whether it is a deeply personal realization, a fragile dream, or a sacred encounter, knowing when to speak and when to remain silent is an act of wisdom and respect. To value the sacred is to understand that our experiences are like delicate treasures. Sharing them indiscriminately can expose them to misunderstanding, skepticism, or trivialization. Instead, we are encouraged to cherish these moments within ourselves, allowing their power and beauty to unfold naturally. As the Buddha said, "The wise protect their thoughts and words, keeping them as sacred as their inner peace." This principle also extends to our relationships and goals. By safeguarding the sacredness of our intentions, we create a safe and nurturing environment for them to grow. Silence becomes a protective shield, preserving the purity of our aspirations and the dignity of our interactions with others. Practice mindful speech. Speech is a powerful tool, capable of building bridges or creating divides. The Buddha recognized this and included right speech as a cornerstone of the Noble Eightfold Path. This principle teaches us to speak only when our words are truthful, kind, necessary, and beneficial. Anything less than this has the potential to harm ourselves or others. Practicing mindful speech involves pausing before speaking and asking ourselves, is what I'm about to say true? Will it cause harm or will it promote understanding? Is this the right time to say it? When the answers to these questions are unclear, silence becomes the wisest choice. Mindful speech is not just about restraint. It is about choosing words that uplift, heal, and foster harmony. It is a practice that aligns with the Buddhist teaching of ahimsa, non-harm, and reinforces our commitment to living with compassion and integrity. In everyday life, practicing mindful speech can transform the way we communicate. It helps us navigate conflicts with grace, express ourselves with authenticity, and build relationships rooted in mutual respect. By choosing our words carefully, we create a ripple effect of positivity and understanding. Seek spiritual clarity. Before we act, speak, or share, it is essential to seek clarity. Meditation is one of the most powerful tools for nurturing our thoughts and ideas, allowing us to connect with our inner wisdom before taking them outward. The Buddha often emphasized the importance of cultivating stillness and reflection, as it is in these moments of silence that we find clarity and direction. Seeking spiritual clarity means taking the time to understand our intentions and the potential impact of our actions. It involves sitting with our thoughts, observing them without judgment, and allowing them to evolve naturally. This practice not only prevents impulsive decisions, but also ensures that our actions are aligned with our values and the greater good. Through meditation, we develop the ability to discern what is worth sharing and what is best kept private. We learn to recognize the transient nature of our thoughts and emotions, freeing ourselves from the need for external validation. This clarity empowers us to navigate life with confidence, mindfulness, and authenticity. By valuing the sacred, practicing mindful speech, and seeking spiritual clarity, we align ourselves with the path of wisdom and compassion. These principles, rooted in Buddhist philosophy, serve as guiding lights on our journey toward enlightenment, helping us protect our peace, nurture our growth, and contribute positively to the world around us. Silence and self-discipline are not merely practices, but transformative forces that can reshape the way we live, think, and interact with the world. In the teachings of Buddhism, these principles are woven into the fabric of a mindful life. By embracing silence, we create space for introspection, allowing our thoughts to settle and our hearts to align with the truth. Through self-discipline, we cultivate the strength to act intentionally, ensuring that our words and actions are guided by wisdom and compassion rather than impulse or ego. Silence is more than the absence of noise. It is the presence of mindfulness. It is a sanctuary where clarity emerges, free from the distractions and chaos of the external world. The Buddha often spoke of silence as a tool for self-mastery, a way to connect with our inner truth and deepen our understanding of the impermanent and interconnected nature of life. In the stillness, we learn to listen, not only to the world around us, but to the whispers of our own soul. Self-discipline, on the other hand, is the anchor that keeps us grounded in our values and intentions. It empowers us to navigate challenges with resilience and grace, to choose words that heal rather than harm, and to act in ways that uplift ourselves and others. The Buddhist teachings remind us that self-discipline is not about denying ourselves, but about freeing ourselves from distractions, from negativity, and from the patterns that no longer serve our growth. When we align ourselves with these principles, we walk a path that leads to greater wisdom and compassion. Our words become thoughtful, our actions purposeful, and our presence a source of peace for those around us. This alignment allows us to live authentically, to honor the sacredness of our experiences, and to contribute positively to the world. Buddhist philosophy invites us to approach life with mindfulness, ensuring that everything we say and do resonates with truth. It calls us to embrace silence when necessary, to speak only with intention, and to act from a place of love and understanding. These practices not only enhance our spiritual journey, but also create a ripple effect of positivity and harmony in our relationships, communities, and beyond. Let this philosophy be your guide. Let it inspire you to cultivate stillness in a noisy world, to find strength in self-discipline, and to lead a life filled with meaning and purpose. Remember, the journey toward enlightenment is not about perfection, but about progress, one mindful step at a time. If the teachings you've just explored resonate with your soul, then we invite you to continue diving deeper into the profound wisdom of Buddhism and its practical applications in every facet of your life. Buddhism is not merely a philosophy, but a way of living with intention, mindfulness, and compassion. Each moment holds the potential for growth, understanding, and transformation. By integrating these teachings into your daily life, you can create a path that leads to lasting peace, joy, and spiritual awakening. To guide you on this journey, we invite you to subscribe to our channel. We'll find more insightful content, meditative practices, and inspirational teachings designed to help you navigate life's challenges with clarity, peace, and purpose. Whether you're new to Buddhism or have been on this path for a while, there's always something more to learn, explore, and apply in your personal journey towards self-realization. By subscribing, you'll join a community of like-minded seekers who are committed to living with mindfulness, cultivating inner peace, and spreading compassion in the world. Here, you'll not only find teachings, but also guidance on how to transform these teachings into actionable practices that elevate your life. We'll continue to share in-depth explorations of Buddhist philosophy, mindfulness practices, and stories of personal transformation to inspire you every step of the way. Don't forget to like this video and share it with others who may benefit from these teachings. By sharing the knowledge of Buddhism and the tools of mindfulness, we can create a ripple effect that brings positivity and peace into the lives of those around us. You have the power to make a difference in the world, starting with your own heart and mind. Sharing is not just about spreading information. It's about creating a community where wisdom flows freely and compassion flourishes. Your support means the world to us. It helps us continue creating valuable content that empowers individuals to walk the path of mindfulness, wisdom, and spiritual growth. Together, we can inspire one another, lifting each other up and sharing the transformative power of Buddhism. By joining this community, you contribute to a collective ripple of mindfulness and positivity that can reach far and wide, touching hearts and minds across the globe. Now is the time to take that step. Hit the subscribe button and become part of our growing family of truth seekers. Join us in this shared journey toward a life of wisdom, compassion, and inner peace. As you embark on this transformative path, know that every step you take is a step closer to your highest self. Together, we will create a community where mindfulness is not just a practice but a way of life, and compassion is the heart of every action. Thank you for being here with us. Your presence, your commitment to this journey, and your willingness to embrace the teachings of Buddhism mean more than words can express. May your journey be filled with profound insights, boundless joy, and deep enlightenment. We look forward to walking alongside you, and may every step you take bring you closer to the peace and wisdom that reside within you. Thank you for watching, and may your path be illuminated with love, understanding, and the light of enlightenment.